my fault. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Chris Robinson. We here on the Come Up Show with our team. My fault, I got the music in the background. About to cut that off right now, sorry. All right, we good. On the Come Up Show, we here with HD.
Yes.
My co-host, the lovely
Tootie.
Flex Rondo, back in the building. Been a little minute, but I'm back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, been a little.
That's last week. My fault,
man.
So this is your
you know, welcome
yes,
back.
finally at the
you
studio.
Feel me?
You know what I mean? So we definitely back. We got HD here. Glad
Yes,
to have you
thanks
here,
for
brother.
having me, for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. Actually, our first interview in the studio. So
Yeah.
that's dope. I want to shout you out for actually joining the live and Mav, because he was the one I was like, yo, that's HD in there. I'm like, yo, yeah, we got to bring HD in next week, man. Why not? He's been working. I think you're one of the hardest working independent artists out right now. You know what I'm saying? So I've been watching you since I met you that day that Cherry brought you down, and we've always kept in touch. And just what you've been doing is amazing. You know
thank you,
what I'm
brother.
saying?
Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show, for sure.
No, definitely. Tootie had a lot of good questions, so I'm gonna let her pop off the questions.
Let's
Because
go.
Tootie, yo, when we was talking, am I lying? When we was talking, Tootie was like, yo, I got a million questions for him.
Yeah. So first, I want to ask you, like, how did you get into making music? Like, when did it all start for you? Like, when did it spark for you?
So I definitely want to say probably around the age of 10, and I witnessed a cipher taking place or whatnot, and this is right down the block from my school, PS 56, and so I see the cipher going on, and I'm like, wow, I've always wanted to like stand next to it and hit and see what was going on, what was taking place.
Right.
But I knew I wasn't supposed to be near that cipher because of the people that was involved in that cipher. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go drop my go drop my bags off, at the house, and let me sneak off the block and go right back around the corner. So I go back around the corner to the cipher, and I see my cousin there, Fresco. So she's standing there, and I kind of inch my way in front of her, and I'm like amazed. I'm seeing like, the creativity flowing, and the melodies, and the rhythm, and I'm into super intrigued. And Fresco like pushed me. She's like, urging me to go forward, like to get involved with this thing. And I'm like, I'm timid. I'm young. I don't know what's going on. Right. And whatever I said, it was based off of what they were saying. So I said something, I don't know what it was at the time, but it was just a reaction from, the individuals. And from that day forward, I said, man, this is like, it shocked me. Like I was able to, get other individuals that were older than me, much more mature than I was, to react in a certain way. And from that reaction, it just, it changed my whole entire perspective of wanting to actually write and dabble more into hip hop itself, because I knew that's what it was. And so my household, it was, pretty much music driven, and so I would go to bed listening to music, like listen to Aretha or Anita and Whitney and Kells and Bobby, like all these great pioneers. And so it was just like, it was a natural thing for me, and I had to run with it. So I just picked up the gift, and that was it.
Now you grew up in Brooklyn, right?
Yes, Clint Hills. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And, I believe that's in the area where Biggie Smalls also grew up into. So
St. James. Yeah.
I can see where all of that comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why your moms would be on that type of time.
Yep.
When you was growing up and stuff like that, I was watching a couple of interviews. I see that you grew up in a female-dominant home.
Yes.
So
tell us.
Yep. So I had three aunts, my mother and my grandmother. And so there's negatives and positives that go with that. You know what I mean? But you learn how to be a gentleman in that aspect. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it really taught me, maturity. And but yeah, like I said, there's pros and cons with that too, because when you start to, you're just doing everything for the person that you're with, and you're like, wait, what's going on? I mean, you gotta cut me some slack here, you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things, like those lessons, like my mother be like, yo, or my aunt be like, hey, make sure you take care of her, you know what I'm saying? And so it just, again, just lessons that they taught me, which I implement today in what I'm doing and how I, carry myself as a person, for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm trying to remember everything, because I wrote down so much stuff about you, bro, and I want to make sure I touch every point.
Let's go.
And with that, like, with your writing, oh my God, so lost myself. Oh yeah, you got into poetry.
Yeah.
So with that, how does that influence your writing?
Definitely with the technique, the rhythm. I read a lot of Edgar Allan, Shakespeare, Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou. I mean, I'm James Baldwin himself as well. So I mean, when I study them every day, honestly, like one of my methods is I'll take one page. So I'll read 5 pages from 5 different books that I'm reading, and then out of one of the pages, I'll just write it, copy everything. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So I can get the same sort of writing style. And that's what helps me as a writer, and playing with words, and playing with different metaphors, and just using different words for different meanings. Really just getting creative with it. And so I'm still working on my craft day in and day out, and I read every day. So again, those are pioneers I just mentioned as well in the poetry world, and there's others as well. So I mean, and even with just reading, I think being a good reader helps being a good freestyler as well. So when I do go to the studio, I'm capable of doing stuff like Exorcist Flow or America's Recipe without putting a pen to paper, and that happens a lot. And so again, I mean, just focusing on that craft and make sure I stay consistent with it to better myself. So when I get in the studio and I have so much to talk about and ways to talk about certain different things, it just gives you a broader spectrum of ideas. And that's the importance of reading and poetry and things like that, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, I was waiting for Rondo to jump in. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm waiting on Rondo. I'm waiting for my brother Rondo.
Now, my question is mainly on like where do you see yourself first off going in the next year? I know you said like off air and everything that you're enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's a journey that you're going through.
Yes.
And the next year. It's coming. That's right
here.
Knocking.
It's right here.
That's right here.
Already,
So with everything, we gonna talk about your accomplishment, what you got, and as far as who posted you and what you got in the works. But with all of that, before we say it and everything, where do you see yourself in the next year?
Oh man, so the next year, I definitely want to say we should, if everything is open next year, as far as the hip hop world, definitely Summer Jam, a lot of the festivals, a lot of the big shows, on those, and like really, more so just get in tune with the visuals. I think this year for me and my team is, putting out more visuals, because we've released so much music. So it's like, all right, we don't want to get in that habit of just putting out so much music. And the reason why we were doing that was because of the COVID. So it's like, man, let's just give people something fresh. But, without those visuals, it won't really give them a picture. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what we really wanted to focus on this year. But definitely within the next year, more magazines for sure, more interviews, more blogs, just more of what we're doing right now, just taking things to the next level, other features. Shout out to Chevy Woods. We spoke recently about doing some stuff. And it's funny because there's like some NBA players that want to do features. It's weird. It's crazy. But, shout out to them too. Lil Mamas, I spoke to her last night. We're going to probably do something as well. Me and Ferg did the feature. So we waiting to see how that's going to transpire with the recent events that just happened. So working with Teddy Riley, I spoke to him recently. Timbaland, him as well. So just working with these heavyweights and, giving other producers that are coming up opportunities as well. I think so. This is probably like, these are the things that are going to occur within the next year. Just really me building my relationships with the resources that I have now. And like I said, just taking advantage of the live interviews, things like this, and just giving back to the community. That's another thing. I'm going to actually be working with Black Ink. They're having an event on the 29th, and it's the Lay the Guns Down Foundation. Nice. Also, so that's an exciting thing, to use my voice as a tool to motivate the youth and show them that, okay, this is something that we can do. Let's put these things down. Let's come together and let's set aside the pride, and let's put that energy towards something that's greater as far as pushing us forward. You know what I mean? So yeah, giving back to the community and being more of a mouthpiece for the youth. I think that's what you'll see me more so doing.
Being more outside. That's what it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So
and
that's important.
I think that's dope too, because with the music we have now today, you know what I mean? And I love the music. We was just outside talking about it. We listen to it every day.
Yeah.
But it has so much of a negative influence. So with you giving something different and being around the kids, it shows them that, you don't have to do the same music that everybody else is doing. I come from this neighborhood.
Right.
I lived here too, and this is what I'm doing.
Right.
So, and it's great because also, you get the comparisons to Jay-Z.
Of course.
Actually, how do you feel about that before?
Oh man, it's a blessing. I mean, it's a compliment. I embrace it for sure. I definitely embrace it. I know who I am as an artist, as a person. I've always looked up to Hov, and not just Hov, because you have so many other artists who've contributed to the culture. So you have Jay, but you also, there's Big, there's L, there's Pun, there's Nas, there's KRS-One, there's Big Daddy Kane, there's Jazzo, who I spoke to as well. Jazzo reached out to me, we spoke. So you have all these heavyweights. You have Eve, all these great, you know, MCs that I've studied, you know, that have given me the light to do what I want to do. But as far as being compared to one of the greatest, that's awesome. I mean, you know, look at Kobe, he's compared to Jordan, you know, but it's also about me proving myself and working hard, because you can be compared to anybody, but it's like, if you don't prove yourself, if you don't get that championship, if you don't be great in your own way, then it's really not going to mean nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely look forward to sitting down with Hov one day. I know a lot of talk is going up there at Rock Nation. It's all good energy. And I would love to meet him and get that wisdom. You know what I'm saying? There'll be an amazing thing. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, yeah.
You already know it's in the works.
It's
getting those, and you got those posts from the Shade Room, I think, also, and big names. Yeah. And I want a lot of people to know, because like I said, I always pay attention. You've done that without dishing out a bunch of money. It's literally investing in himself, marketing. And a lot of people don't understand that he literally let while he dropped all that music that he was saying during the quarantine, his one song was still going around collecting the views and giving him the fan base that he needed to make that happen. So there's not a lot of artists that do that or understand that. You know what I mean? Or can do it on their own. I don't know if it's you or work with a company.
It's not easy. I tell you, this game it's not easy. It really takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes, you know, protecting your energy. It takes believing in your God, believing in God. It takes all of those things. Those are all elements that you're really going to need. And you have to believe in it, because you're going to get people who don't believe in you, or you're going to get the doubt. You're going to go through the emotions as an artist. That's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? But you got to push forward. Luckily for me, I was able to go, you know, enlist into the Marine Corps 2015. I got out last year, 2019 of May last year I got out, and, you know, I met some good people, my partner, and we came together. We invested some, you know, a few dollars, you know, and put the resources into the record, you know, like taking advantage of, you know, Google, and I'll throw this out there, Google AdWords, Instagram AdWords, you know, the campaigns, and just marketing. You put out a video, you know, you promote it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, it's like back in the day where you would take your CDs and go stand in front of the train and put it out. Now it's exactly.
I mean, that was more of a street hustle.
Exactly.
Where you had to really sell it to them, like, look, you like this, I got it, blah, blah, blah. But that's the same thing in the internet world, the marketing world, except it's sitting right there. So you can literally let your song work for itself. You know what I say? And I tell artists that all the time, because I work with a marketing company and I see the difference that it makes. And that's why I was like, I seen you, I'm like, yo, I did with a mad artist. I don't know nobody that wants to do it.
I was like, no, we're going to take advantage. And, you know, Ghetto Sunny did 1 million on Instagram. Shade Room, they hit me up. It did 4 million in 2 days on their page.
Wow.
In 2 days, they did 4 million, and then it's almost at 5 million on my YouTube, and it's all authentic views, organic, and we could see the numbers correlating, because like my Apple Music, my Spotify, you know, it's around the world. So like my #1 country is Russia, and you have, you know, France and Germany, so it's around the world. It's a blessing, but like I said, it takes time, it takes the resources, it takes you know, relationships. I think that's the most important thing. You know, Cosmic Kev reached out to me. I did the Cosmic Kev show, a few things on Shade 45. So and like you said, I haven't really it wasn't like a pay thing. It was always about, you know, yo, he's a good dude. He's humble. I'm humble. You know what I'm saying? Genuine.
Remy TV,
that's
like,
another.
I used to live out Rhode Island. That's the smallest state. When she put a post up on the book, I'm interviewing HD. I'm like, how the hell did she find? Oh, he markets. Got it. I don't even know how that would even. How that would even happen, and it brought you a fan base literally just from that state, because so many people tuned in. And I think that was I was like, yo, I hit her up like, yo, that's amazing. You know what I mean? So that's definitely dope. I wanted to go back to something. What was your how did you end up in the Marine Corps, and did that happen? Like, were you living in New York? Did something happen? Because people just, you know what I mean, don't pick up and go from. So you had to get in trouble. Your mom sent you off. Like, what happened?
So it was really one of those things where, like, everybody that I was growing up around, they were saying, bro, you don't follow us. And I felt offended, because it's like, when you're growing up and everybody's getting into what they get into, whether it's legal, whether it's not, you know what I mean? You want to prove yourself. And I think that's what it was. I was adolescent. I was trying to prove myself. So I always wanted to just be around my friends and getting into, you know, whatever it is was going on within the street environment. But they kept saying, like, bro, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean what I'm doing? I could run what you got. And nah, you can't. So no, you can't. So I'm like, you know what? I really took it into consideration. My godparents, they lived out in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And they was like, hey, you know, if you want to come out here and live, you can definitely do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move out there. And I did that, and my godfather was like, you can't just sit around and, you know, go swimming every day and ride. You know, you gotta do something. So I got a job at a warehouse, and he was like, hey, I don't want this to just be it for you. I want to see you propel forward. And he was like, have you ever considered joining the military? And I was like, absolutely not. Not from where I'm from. Not from where I'm from. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Heck no. So I looked into it. I did my research, and it was inspiring to see that other people, of my color did it, and they had a great impact in that atmosphere, and going and working for NASA and being in a political world, and becoming mayors and governors, etc. So I was like, you know what, this is a stepping stone for me, so let me go ahead and do it. And I joined, and luckily for me, I was able to get selected to work for the White House. It was a unit, it's called Marine One. Yep. Really? So yeah, I did that. It's called Marine One, and I was one of the head administrators over there. And it was a good ride, good journey. Like I said, everything that I've learned in the military has, taught me everything that I know today. And being a professional, carrying myself in a certain manner, integrity, and that's what this game needs, integrity. I think that we need more integrity, and people that's more, not just money driven all the time. It needs to be more integrity involved. And so that's how that whole military thing happened.
That's dope. And I think you had a different experience. And Rondo, you from are you originally from New York, or you came from the South? Right?
No.
Work with me, Rondo.
Let's get this.
I know you've had that experience besides me.
Born in New York.
I'm gonna put the camera on him.
Born in New York. When I was 8, I moved to North Carolina, and then I was out there till I was 17. Right before I turned 18, I moved out here back to New York.
Copy. So he put the swag out there. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
And I know that's a different experience, just leaving the city, and you know what I mean, going and seeing something different, because outside the city, people are totally different.
Absolutely.
It's completely like honorable that you even did it, because I didn't have no choice. You feel me? I was 8. My mom like, we out.
No, it's good. Like it's a whole different atmosphere when you get involved with that, with the training, and and I think the biggest lesson I've learned from that experience is never giving up. What I'm saying? Like, when you're at your lowest, you're at your weakest, and it seems like you're lonely, and it's that voice that you got to listen to. Like, just keep pushing forward, because you just never know that there's that door that's open. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta gotta push it. You gotta cut that rope near that finish line, for sure. Yeah,
that's definitely a fact.
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all know I go dead when I feel like I've been talking too much. I will look right at it. I look like, who's that? What's going on?
What I really want to know is, like, what inspired your style, like the way you dress?
Yeah, so I would say definitely the 2000 style, from how, the bomber jackets, the bucket, the Kangos. I mean, definitely that 90s, 2000s sort of style, the do-rags and things of that nature. Yeah. I think that's from everyone, you know what I'm saying? Hove did the thing with the jerseys, and you had Ja Rule, they did the do-rags and jerseys with the Timbs. So it was like, man, I'm seeing all these, hip-hop pioneers, with the style, with Nas, with the 40 Belows and Big. Like, it was just, it's a lifestyle. And so I was like, you know what? Man, it's like one of those things where you just have like all your favorite basketball players on your wall. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it was like all my favorite rappers, all the people I look up to. I'm like, man, I want to be like these guys when I get older, or if not, be better. You know what I'm saying? That was the goal for me. And so, yeah, I wanted to just implement everything into myself, and then find myself as I go down this road, this journey that I'm on right now. For sure. So that's how I picked up the jerseys and stuff like that. I love the jerseys. Yeah.
I can tell it's inspired by the 90s.
Yeah, for sure.
The old school, you gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the essence.
Absolutely.
So, with that, what do you think of today's hip hop? The state of hip hop today, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot from the east to the south to the west coast. There's so much.
Beyonce made a good point on her post one day. I saw it. She said that we really need to focus more on the music, and I think and it has to have more substance. She made a really good point. It doesn't have substance. I'm not speaking on everybody's behalf, but a lot of it does not have. It's all about clout right now, and who has numbers, and that's really unfortunate. You know what I mean? I think it's the wrong focus. Lifestyle, it's the wrong focus. It shouldn't be your lifestyle that pushes your numbers or gets you that attraction. It should be strictly the music, and that's why I went on Instagram one day and I said, like, yo, people ask me why you don't post. It's not about the lifestyle. I don't care about posting, a car or jewelry. That's not my.
You know what? I don't mean to cut you off. That's a fact, because I remember I spoke to you.
Yeah.
During the whole COVID, I said, yo, what you doing? He said, I'm in the Bahamas.
No, it's in Hamptons. I'm in the Hamptons. Yeah.
I'm looking through. I'm like, he ain't post. He ain't letting He got back. He ain't post nothing. Yeah. Letting y'all niggas know. I don't. I'm chilling.
Yeah. And if I do, I want it to be genuine. I want it to be like everybody's having a good time. It's not. We're not trying to like be ostentatious and like oh, this is what we got and this is what we don't. No, we having a good time. We're enjoying the environment.
Like it's
yeah, exactly. I'm not with that.
Yeah, that stuff really don't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And you'll see that people have a lot of Instagram followers, but their Spotify numbers are terrible. And the Apple Music numbers are terrible. So it's like, how you verify? You don't even have 30,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be realistic. But I think that's the focus should be more about music. And she made a good point on that. She was like, it needs to be more about music. It needs to be more genuine. We need to have the integrity. I mean, where it's at right now, I think it's in good hands right now because I'm here. And everybody else, all the other lyricists that are present right now, that are here and they're making good music and they have consistency. So right now, and the people that's coming up and the people that's already here, that are making great quality, long lasting, worldwide music. That's what we need to make. Worldwide, global music, not just for this crowd.
And something that has longevity. Exactly. I don't think anybody really makes music that we're going to play 10, 15 years
Exactly.
now. It's like it's hot now and that's it. Yeah. You'll never hear it again.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll play a 2000 song.
Of course.
Play a 2000 song. Before they go back, you can't even probably name me some songs that was lit in 2016 besides probably from like Chris Brown.
You see what Chris is driving over here. I was jamming.
Yeah. Chris, and speaking of Chris, he's consistent. No, I mean everything he's consistent.
That's what I mean.
Like that's
young. He started young.
He came in that era.
He's great.
And he watched. I think he watched a lot of the people that he started with not make it. You know what I mean? Such as like somebody like Santana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jewels was dope, and him and Jewels was doing dope music. And he made it through the Rihanna situation.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
He did.
So he fought through all of that and went through a moment where I think Chris lost it. Chris lost it. He remember the cops was at his house and everything. Chris lost it at one point and came
still
back. So and the industry will destroy you. We know that. You know what I mean? We've seen the stories.
No
you know what I mean? Dave Chappelle left 50-something million.
Yeah, they could twist stories, and you got to be careful what you say and how you say it, and who you associate yourself with. I think that's really important as well. Like I said, protecting your energy. You have to absolutely.
That is a fact. That is definitely a fact. I think with that, we should get into some of your music.
Oh yeah,
definitely
let's do it.
Get into your single. This is Ghetto.
I got
Ghetto
one
Sunday.
More question.
Oh, go ahead,
real
we
quick.
got time. Nah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Rock out.
Nah, who do you see yourself having a feature with? Like, who do you?
I don't know. I forgot that.
Like, name. Wow. I want 3 from the past that could be alive or not alive, and then 3 from like this culture now of genre of music. You know what I mean? Like, what 3 you could see?
Oh man, excuse me. Definitely Rihanna.
Okay.
That would be great.
Smile on you.
That would be great. Right? That would be awesome. Dead. And rest in peace, Prince. That's my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Top of my list. Prince. Rihanna. And who else? Man. Let's see.
Rondo, you put him on the spot.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, it's hard. It's so hard because
just
you got
imagine
so
the
many,
features. Like I could just
Alicia.
imagine. Ooh. Okay.
Man, Erykah Badu.
Okay.
I mean,
that would be soulful with you. That that'd be something soulful.
Man, I mean, Cole would be great. You know what I'm saying? Me and Cole on the track would be great. Kendrick. I mean, the lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I already know it. Yeah.
I can't disagree with you on anybody.
Yeah. Those. I mean,
it's levels.
Joey. Joey. He's
Joey
great.
Badass?
Yeah. I mean, the list goes on. I have a few. You know what I mean? But if I wanted to, if it'll happen, it's gonna happen genuinely. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna just make EPs and albums by myself, then that's what the universe wants for me. You know what I mean? Until it's a natural situation where it's like, yo, we in the studio. Like the situation with me and Ferg, I was coming from Boston. He was in the studio with Solange, and I came through and he threw on a record. And he was like, yo, bro, what you gonna do? And I did it. We did 2 records. So it's just one of those situations where it happens organically and naturally. So, but yeah, if I had to choose, the top 3 would definitely like Rihanna, Prince, and Cole and Erykah Badu and those great individuals. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Now my question, I want to add on to that. Mm-hmm. Independently coming up in New York City.
Yeah.
All the artists, we got a bunch of artists coming up. Who would you like to do a feature with, or who is one of your favorites that you listen to
right now? Mm-hmm. Independent artists.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me who's independent, who's not on labels right now.
Don't say independent. What New York artist
coming up?
New York artists?
Like
that's not super famous. You know what I mean? Not there.
Say anybody in New York. New York. Well, you can't say
what's
that.
What's her name?
Who?
What's her name?
Because I know he's in tune with the artists coming up.
I don't know if you guys heard of Beans. Beans got bars. Yeah,
Beans got bars.
She's a female. Yeah, she's phenomenal. She's dope. I like her work.
Now I'm gonna go check her out.
You feel me? Now I'm gonna go check her out. Beans got bars.
She's nice. She's nice with it. Who else? Man. I think that's probably it.
That's good enough because at the level that you at with your rapping, we're gonna go home and check it out.
It's a different level.
Yeah, it gotta. I mean, that'd probably be like
we definitely gonna shout out.
And there's others. Shout out to all the others that I didn't mention. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Everybody on the come up. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. And I see everybody in there, Soundbite shouting you out. That's what we met at the Sound of New York.
Sound of New York. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Soundbite. That's my brother. Who else was in there? Live Like Davis was in there. He said, "What up?"
What's good? What's good?
Tory popped in there.
What's up?
I ain't scrolling, but I seen him. I saw him. But we're gonna get into his single,
The Ghetto Sunday.
Ghetto Sunday. He said
classic.
Said he got what, 5 million?
5 million on approaching 5 million on YouTube. 2 million on Facebook, 1 million on Instagram, 4 million on Shade Room. It's on Bull Alert. It's on World Star.
Crazy.
It's around the world right now too. So yeah, it's great. It's an anthem. I pledge to the people.
You ready to go to Russia?
Yeah, it's my number one. Yo, bro, it's my number one country right now on Spotify. It's crazy to me. I was like,
that's
wow,
gonna be different for sure.
Yeah,
I can see you seen the video of DMX concert when he was at that whole crowd went crazy, bro.
That's how they support.
Exactly. Yeah. So imagine when you go out there. That's exactly how.
Yeah. I would like to be global. I would like to be able to perform around the world. I mean, I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm putting out in the universe. But yeah, global.
Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here. Global.
Yeah, global.
You heard?
Sure.
Is it part 1 or part 2?
Part 1.
Okay.
Yeah, part 1.
All right, we about to throw this on Ghetto Sunday part 1. 5 million views. You already know.
Yeah. We gon' hustle till there's none left. With that being said, however you hustle, what you do to hustle. And to the less fortunate, to those in the ghettos, this for you. Now the only reason I hustle is for you to avoid a struggle, so you don't have to walk these attic streets and drug puddles. Waters that we survive by but exchange knuckles. When niggas go to floors, jealousy in between a cup. Cats that I recycle conversations with, they forget the knowledge that could replace it with the choices niggas chose in life. I try to change them since and guide you with advice. Cats look at you strange with suspicion cause of the best life. Now in fact I was trying to play the good Samaritan. That's right, but I'd rather be this nigga when you never hear from him. Still able to see the differences in your wet men spitting while you proceed. From my proceed, with too much proceed lead niggas to greed. So I gotta take away the seed in the pro where it's planted in the hood where they grow. Let go, let's try to build similar. I pledge allegiance to the kids who survive through struggle temperatures. I pledge allegiance to the ghettos and us, to my ones in VA, and to those in cuffs. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the buildings we live, to the mothers who struggle beside a fatherless kid. I said I pledge allegiance to the orphans in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the hopeless in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the voiceless in the ghetto, to the cats who sold drugs, for the girls that won't love, and most importantly the lessons taught by a thug. I'm familiar with the lowest levels of your comfortability and the shit that put you through humility. Tennessee, not Memphis. But the trend I see, the tendencies by the structures that you live in becoming prisons. By me driving by in multiple choices of Benzes. That shit make me cringe, you know I'm not any different than the niggas who live in the projects. And honestly, I know I ain't got no business driving by, but my intentions is to understand some of you. Show you good love or two, arm over a sister, do what a brother do. Right over my left, grandma, I still fuck with you. Allegiance to the teachers, the professor, and a sucker. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the ghettos and us, to my ones in VA, and to those in cuffs. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the buildings we live, to the mothers who struggle beside a fatherless kid. I said I pledge allegiance to the orphans in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the hopeless in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the voiceless in the ghetto. To the cats who sold drugs, to the girls that won't love, and most importantly the lessons taught by a thug. Every fatherless nigga becomes a fatherless killer. Mostly what I am exposed to, if the cuffs don't fit us, it means perish. I've attended more funerals than weddings. Proposal to the street, my vow is any obsessions. The company that I keep is my protection, which means I'm no better than niggas getting arrested in the fatherless section. I'm your prime example, so be that you murder my killer, I understand you. Allegiance to the ones who ain't here, we light a candle in hopes that they souls light up avenues. And soon I will travel PA, the VA. My wands kept me hit, so I travel with a clip on my hip in case the scene don't fit. I don't insist, but if you behind bars that restrict, these here will set you free. Allegiance to the time you serve, allegiance to the key, and pledge to tomorrow if woke in harmony. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the ghettos and us, to my ones in VA, and to those in cuffs. I pledge allegiance to y'all, to the buildings we live, to the mothers who struggle beside a fatherless kid. I said I pledge allegiance to the orphans in the ghetto, and then I pledge allegiance to the hopeless in the ghetto.
Ghetto Sunday.
Yo, that was Ghetto Sunday, HD. I love that song.
Thank you.
Definitely a banger, man.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
so
you. Yeah,
crazy
that's
to me how you sound. Every time I hear your music, I just be like, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell everybody at the Sound of New York concert, because you went up first.
Yeah, I did. I like to go first.
Well, up there, I thought you was
Set the
upset because they
tone.
were saying, it was like, yo, he don't want. I'm like, yo, all right. So boom, you go up there. The place is kind of quiet.
Yeah.
You know how the beginning of the show is that first. Yo, he got up there. He started talking. Then the beat came on. You started rapping. Yo, the whole room just
gravitated.
Yo, what the fuck?
Like, what's going on here?
They still looking though. Like, where he at? He's right there. You don't see he's rapping in your face.
Yeah.
He knew that feeling since he was 10, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's different.
It always happens like that. You know, it's a blessing.
Facts.
It's definitely a blessing. But you know, again, like I say, you gotta prove yourself. You know what I mean? You definitely have to uphold your talent.
You'll never be nervous?
Definitely not. No, not anymore. Not like I used to be. Yeah, when I was like 16. I used to get nervous on the stage right.
What is one of the most embarrassing things you done? You did,
man. Like, I've never had an embarrassing moment on stage.
You never ran off or nothing?
Drop the mic by mistake.
No. Oh man, no. I don't think I have. No. I'm super conscious about. I'm conscious. Like, I'm super conscious about it. Like, again, with the military and the Marines, like I used to do ceremonies, so I used to have to march in front of a lot of people. So we used to have to do so it's. Now that I'm, I get on stage and do, it's like, oh, come on, this is easy. I can go in front of thousands of people. Come on now, and communicate.
In the military,
you're
very disciplined. Like you're more disciplined than others because they train you. So it's like that's fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to the military just to be that disciplined.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about that.
I would if I was just more disciplined. Like I would get so much more done so quickly.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it has its ups and downs for sure.
It takes time, Time is everything.
But
plus like programming. Like once you go in the military and you program yourself to that for 6 months, when you come out, You know what I did for the last 6 months? I ain't you can't.
Yep.
You stuck in that.
Yeah, you stuck in that.
You know what I mean? So I think that's really dope.
Thankfully, no mishaps. Not yet, at least.
That's good. That's
not
good.
Yet. Not
Shout
yet.
out to the military for that.
Yeah.
Anybody that you think you would meet, and you'd be like starstruck, or you'd be like amazed that they know you, or or anybody that you recently, I know you said you met Teddy Riley called you, and that was
we spoke. That was
shocking, and like
that was huge. You know, even with Timbaland, speaking to Timbaland on the phone, that was huge for me. But anybody that would probably give me that like feeling, probably like Obama or something. I think Obama would do it for me. I'd be like, oh man,
it's like what? Like, he know me? Yeah,
that would be big for me. I think Obama would be.
And Obama playlist, like he listens to lyricists. Like Obama will give you Kendrick, Chance, Hov.
Exactly. Yeah,
like his list will be like, Obama, listen to that.
And to concur with what you said, Jay would be a big one for me too. I don't think I would get starstruck. I think it would be like, man, this is like the ultimate for me. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of those Kobe Jordan moments when they want to quote with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those moments. Like man, this is like the ultimate.
I feel like when Hov see you, he gonna be like you.
It's gonna be a good conversation.
It's gonna be that like you made it, like because that when that happens, you know what I mean, like welcome. I was watching,
I was like how 50 did, Pop Smoke, he embraced him, you know what I mean. It was a great relationship, so I don't see anything other than that.
And there was no one else that came up in the last 17 years that was compared to
25.
50.
Yeah.
Nobody. Nobody. Pop is the only one.
Yeah.
He is the only one that had that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I could definitely see that.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think the internet is going to go crazy when they see that picture. Man. The internet is going to go
when you
berserk.
Take that picture, you just make sure you give me the new number, bro. That's all I give me the new number with that picture.
The internet's gonna go berserk.
That's gonna be another level.
The internet's gonna go berserk.
I'm gonna need to know all the business tips after that, bro. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna call Rondo like I wrote everything down, bro.
HD credit gonna be 800.
Yeah, right.
Everything gonna go crazy. You heard? Everything. He'll be low key though.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna know.
Yeah, I like that.
You definitely low key now. Yeah, he's low key now. Like there's the ones that know you, the ones that don't. Like I've noticed that like either you know him or you don't know him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and you're on the come up, like you're working. People,
there's
a lot of people who don't really
know him.
You know what I mean? There's people with a name right now that ain't even on that level. Or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right now. So I think that's amazing that you even can move like that.
Now, there's a lot of people that is going crazy on Instagram, but don't have nothing back in. No real numbers, nothing going for themselves, just Instagram. Like they just cool for the gram.
And you see what I do. I always respond back. I always engage with the fan. I always do it. Love is love. That's my term. Right, the love is love.
That's a fact. Cause, when I saw you the second time, remember I was like, yo. Bro, because we was with your man, you had him holding the phone the first time. Yeah. His man, he's like, yo, my man got the phone. I'm gonna tell him to follow you and your artist. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Y'all wake up in the morning, his man done unfollow me. I see it next time I see him, I'm like, yo, I ain't messing with you, bro. If you on some Hollywood shit, bro. He like, nah, I got my phone right now.
I got it right now. I got you, bro.
I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't with the Hollywood. You cool, nigga, bro.
No, I'm like, we're gonna take care of this, but I'm really in tune with engaging with the people. You have to.
Facts.
They support. You have to. That's like a guarantee. You have to.
You have to. It's
sure.
very important.
Yeah.
All artists out there that's watching, that's listening, engage with engage with your people, man.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are watching you, that buy your music, that support you.
Yes.
So it's very important. And that goes towards your algorithms when it goes towards social media and stuff like that. So the more you talk, the more you got more going on, the more you pop up on there. So it's very important to do that.
Absolutely.
I wanted to go back. Before I even do that, one thing we all missed out, and I said this like 5 times. You've worked with the same producer for how long?
7 months.
7 months?
Yeah.
Straight, you were in
7 months. Me, so special, and Fresh Beats. But Fresh Beats, yes, our chemistry is phenomenal.
Yo, I watch you guys go live all the time.
Yeah,
it's like it's very important. I tell a lot of artists that too, like lock in with a producer that you can. This way you don't got to worry about. You could deal with that person, split sheets, all that, and get it handled. You're not going to YouTube trying to catch this one, dealing with at least beat. Like it's very important.
Right.
And, just let us know a little bit about that experience.
So I originally met Fresh Beats through Jacquay. So me and Jacquay was communicating, and he put me on. He took me to the studio, and he played, which is on the EP now. The song is called Baby Mama, and Fresh Beats played it, and I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shoot, like Fresh this is insane. Producer. And so Quay left it from there, and that was it. Me and him just kept building, because he was like, bro, I can't find nobody out in New York right now that does what you do or say how you say it, you know what I mean? And so he was like, let's work. And it really just like, it was more so a relationship. Like I would come to the studio and he would create beats on the spot and I would just go with it. And then it became, hey, this is what I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna send you a Prince album, a Whitney album, you know what I'm saying? A U2 album, a Blink album, like all over, just, you know, all the music that I listen to, a EDM, like anything that I listen to, I send it to him, and he would just start to really just create off of what I start to listen to, and furthering the sound, taking it to the next level. Like I said, global music, keeping people grooving and bouncing and things like that. And so, I mean, yeah, the chemistry we have is phenomenal, honestly.
I'm sure now when you guys go in the studio,
easy.
It's easy now. It's easy. In and out. You guys probably knock out 5-6 songs if you want.
Easily. You know, shout out to him. He really makes beats in 5 minutes. Like, no, I've seen it done. Like, he 5 minutes.
And Fresh, when I met Fresh, I think I met him. I think I met him at your was that your EP release?
The EP release, right? Yeah.
He was telling me, like, he's talking to me like, yo, I'm
no, he's good. He's good.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I believe you, bro. And then I think he produced a lot of the tracks on the EP. So, you know, shout out to Fresh Beats, man.
Tweak Tune also. Tweak Tune is another.
Tweak Tune. That's my boy.
He's another good one. He definitely. I spoke with him a while back. He has production on the EP actually. Two records on the EP.
Okay.
And I met him, and then I met Timbaland right after that. So he put me on with Timbo. So Tweak Tune is phenomenal. He sent me a pack or whatnot, and he has it. He has it all the way. So again, and there's other producers out there that are really serious about their craft, and so I give them opportunity as well. Like, yo, shoot me an email. You know what I mean? I'll listen to it, and things like that. But it's good producers out there for sure.
Dope, man. That's definitely dope. I'm trying to think if I ain't touch on anything. Oh, you know what else I didn't touch on? You're vegan, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I dig in.
Yep. 3 years.
Okay.
3 years vegan, and it's been a journey, just like the music. And
I made it 2 months. That was it.
It hasn't failed me.
I remember. Yo, remember Thanksgiving hit, bro? It was over. It was over, yo.
Yeah, no.
That's so funny.
Yo, I started this summer. I was hyped.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving hit, I'm looking at the food like, I'm going to just eat this today. It's okay. That was it.
So there's alternatives. There's a lot of alternatives with that. When Thanksgiving time comes around, you know, I'm getting shunned. I'm like the black sheep.
I know, yo, my brother like, yo, going to be happy.
It's all good. You know, I'm going to go.
That discipline.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
military.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go down the block and get some. But yeah, I started pescatarian first, and I transitioned into the vegan diet. That's really pretty much it. And honestly, I was in tune with Dr. Sebi. And, you know, just the food and just learning all about that industry and about Sebi and, you know, all the other nutritionists and whatnot and everybody who contributes to that culture as well. And so I was really in tune with it. Like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on. And this is what I need to do to keep myself out of the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I mean? I tell
forever, like forever.
I need to start watching.
Yo, you know, Nipsey was doing, you know, recipes, but he was doing, he was going to do a documentary on Dr. Sebi as well. So he was in tune, you know, really enlightened individual. But
it works, man.
I encourage.
I learned that when I was living in Rhode Island a few years ago. I had an ex who had cervical cancer.
Yeah.
And I actually reached out. Shout out to Styles P. He runs Pharmacy for Life.
He does too. Yeah.
He would talk to you in the inbox, like let you know what to do. So we got the black seed oil, got the
moringa,
the black, and I think the soursop. And within 45 days, yo, all the abnormal cells was gone. Right there, I was a believer.
Yeah,
because she was actually crying. Oh, my kids. I'm like, yo, we're gonna fix this. He's a rapper.
What do he know? Yeah, right. No.
The crazy thing is, before we even got it from him, God working mysterious ways. Somebody, because she worked at the bank. One of the people that she knew, like that's like Africa or whatever, was telling her that it cured his bone marrow, like the bone marrow cancer, I think it's called. So he was already telling her about this stuff, which made her willing to try it. You know what I'm saying? So without that wouldn't have worked out either. But shout out, yo, Dr. Sebi is the truth, man. You follow his shit, you won't be a doctor.
Absolutely. So and like I said, there's so many alternatives. I mean, especially in New York, you have a lot of vegan restaurants. You have the vegan macaroni and cheese, the chicken. You have the there's a lot. Cornbread.
So my question is, what do you eat since you don't? And was it hard? Was it hard for you to cut out meat completely because you wasn't born vegan?
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Funny, my mother.
I wasn't. Nope, absolutely not. Nope. And it was funny when my mother was pregnant with me, she was vegan, and she's not a vegan no more.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
It was already
So yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
But a lot of pasta.
Pasta is it.
A lot of pasta, honestly. A lot of vegetables.
But without meatballs, like.
So they have the vegan meatballs. They have the vegan meatballs. They do.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
they have
okay.
it. It's an acquired taste. Like it's something that you have to get your taste buds acquainted to.
I had vegan wings from some spot.
And you probably was like, nah, that's not it.
It was like a Korean, I don't know, isn't it St. Mark's? I'd never again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, but there's some
It
good
tastes like
spots.
chicken, it was all rubbery. That wasn't
Yeah,
chicken.
no.
It's not the vibes.
Veggie Castle is good. What else? There's some other ones. Drawing a blank here. Veggie Castle is good.
What you eating tonight?
Probably. I don't even know yet.
You don't know yet?
I don't even know yet.
Cook your vegan meals? Or?
I do. Here and there. I haven't. Yeah, here and there. Like most of the time, it's more so like I do the quinoa, I do the zucchini.
I can't eat that
chickpeas
either.
and
Quinoa is fire.
asparagus
I like
and a lot of vegetables. Honestly, I don't really get creative like the restaurants do. Clementines as well. That's another good place. Clementines and Veggie Castle, like one of my two favorites. Avant Garden as well. Lady Bird. There's so many like
I ain't
vegan
never
places
heard
out.
of none
Yo,
of these
there's
Me either.
Orchard Brook.
in New York.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. I can't even get the whole list, but there's so many restaurants out here where they have good, vegan food for
That's
sure.
dope, that's dope.
Oh yeah.
I definitely got to get on that. I know
Yeah.
what it feels like to actually stop eating the meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how your body feels and it adjusts and it's crazy.
How does it feel? Like you're floating?
You get energy. You feel lighter. You get a lot of energy.
Yeah, you do.
You use the bathroom way more.
Yeah, no, you drink a lot of water.
It's just a whole different.
Yeah.
Your
So
body
what would you
just-
say?
it's
It
just
feels
working.
better.
You
Like
feel-
it feels better without meat. Like your body.
To each his own. To each his own. You know what I mean? It's all about moderation too. So, because everybody's body is gonna adjust different to their eating lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, I mean, to each his own. I mean, if you eat chicken, but you clean it, it's right, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, then there's no issue. You know what I mean? It's all about moderation. So, but it's just me that I have so many reasons why I chose the vegan, lifestyle because of the earth and the health and things like that. And
that's
so,
something
yeah.
else with Styles P. He said if you don't want to go vegan, you could do like grass fed.
Grass, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
grass-fed, you know
exactly.
what I'm
Oh,
saying? So
meat?
just that they ate greens, but basically they ain't pumped with hormones and chemicals and all that. Other
Exactly.
Yeah.
But teach his own.
And that meat
Yeah.
be better too. It be tasting better too.
stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't see a difference yet unless somebody's lying. To me, 'cause I'm like,
Grass fed
yo,
ground beef is way better than regular ground beef.
I'm gonna try again. Before we close out, going to a little bit of music, I want to go into some industry stuff. I like to talk about those things. And we got 6ix9ine running around New York City right now, in Brooklyn, in Harlem. I found that out today.
Oh man, do I need to go get
Yo,
fucked?
bro, he was in Jefferson Park today, bro.
in Jeff?
Jefferson Park today, man, on it 13th.
You're lying.
But he got chased out of Brooklyn. Remember we were talking about it before. The other videos came out.
Yo.
With the dudes, they chased him out. And I just wonder, like, what do you think about him in general and his whole situation?
I don't even pay attention to that.
Leave it alone.
Nah, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I'm like, when I get home, let me read a book. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let
I
me,
like that.
Like, let me read a book.
Snaps.
Let me,
Snaps.
yeah, no, for real. Honestly, that's really what it is.
That's
you know,
good 'cause
hang
you
out.
don't feed into
yeah,
it. You
exactly.
don't feed
I don't
into
pay attention to that. I'm really more in tune with like what's going on in the world. Real estate and the health industry, things like that. I mean, and my team. I mean, I have to thank them because we are all intellectual in our own way. Shout out to my boy Seven Souls. I have him here. He's a phenomenal painter, poet. I mean, he's great dude. But I surround myself with people as such because when we have conversations, it's always about progress and self improvement and not what's going on in the media. Like, how we can improve
like
ourselves.
that.
How can we make an impact on the culture and
saw it in
it can
his
last
face.
20 years from now. You know what I
As
mean?
soon as I brought it up, he
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
looking at me like, whatever
Yeah.
you want to know, it's a
Yeah.
dub.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what's going on. I'm like, I don't
even. You finished yet? You can end the sentence right now. I couldn't tell you I don't know or no. Either way, I saw it in your face. I'm like, yup, this is all right. And this goes out the window.
But the great thing about that, we won't have that 10 years from now.
Nah, we won't.
So not even 5 years
It
from now. We
won't
won't
even
have
be
that. It won't even be
important tomorrow.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
already,
die.
just
it's
a
already
trend.
dying out.
It's-
It's already dying out.
Exactly.
It's already
Exactly.
dying out. It's
That's
totally
That's what
dying
social
out.
media is, just trends.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Trends.
trend, and yeah, I mean, and see, thankfully,
day.
when we grew up, I mean, our parents were like really blocking out a lot of the negativity. So it's like we're censored.
Yes.
Now it's like, here you go. Everywhere. Like everybody can see everything. You know, my mother like, no, you can't be in this conversation. No, you can't be in this room. No, you can't watch that movie. Like, no, you can't.
And they
no.
graduate.
Stay out of grown folks' business.
Now you got a little kid talking about, no, Tootie didn't. She was okay yesterday.
What?
I saw you. At the mom's like, you ain't gonna say nothing. Well, he did see you. I saw you too. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get your kids in check, B.
Technology and electronics. That's what it is. You know.
It's how you use it.
But you got to still watch over your children.
Yes.
You still got to watch over what they're doing. There's way to put parental locks on
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm saying? I got a son, and you know what I mean? So I know that you got to be on top of that. You know what I mean? And you can. It's not hard. You know what I mean? You got to be on top of your kids. Most people want to sit in the other room and leave their kid in the room.
That's no good.
You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't work. You know, so I learned that at a young age.
We didn't have that.
At all.
We were the outside kids.
Facts.
We were the outside kids.
Even if you didn't want to go outside.
You had to go outside. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want
And
to.
you better be back in before the street light come on.
You come in, dinner's ready. You know what I mean? You wash your hands.
That's
Most importantly, so you don't
wash your hands.
like
My
this.
mom still be on it.
Soon as you come in, you wash your hands.
Don't come in my kitchen and don't wash your hands. You can walk in the kitchen and not even touch it.
Wash your hands. Hey, I just breathed. I was just breathing. I never want that
Like
thing.
all those little values they taught us.
That's
like,
a
it's
fact.
important. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a
And
fact.
it's hard to find those things now.
Yeah.
It is very hard to find those
Yeah.
things, man. Everybody's like friends with their kids. It's crazy.
Yeah, everybody want to be friends.
No.
Growing up, I wish my mother was like
Yeah,
my
right?
friend. No, because all my friends' mothers was like their friends. Like they was able to do whatever.
But
My
look
mother
at you
was
right
like-
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at you.
That's why your
Tootie,
mother,
the
okay?
age that you're at, right? Oh, Fluff, what up? Your age that you're at, right? And you own things. You run your own web series. Those, give me at least one kid from your age group that is doing that right now that you know. That you even go and work with right now. Like, yo, let's go build. Don't worry, I'll
That's
wait.
sad because all the people I work with is like, way older than me, and people I went to school with, they're not doing.
Which is why when I met
But I don't
you-
like to say anything because
When I told Tootie that the first day I met you, right? I said, yo, you said, yo, I'm doing Battle of the Boroughs, da-da-da-da-da. I said, yo, listen, ain't nobody your age. Yo, we gonna run together, right? And we went to Avery joint. That's how we met Fluff too and everything. That's funny that you just walked in and been running with me ever since. You know what I mean? So I think that that's something special, especially of young women your age.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not doing it right now. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're all over the place. But there is more entrepreneurship now. But girls are selling eyelashes and
Oh, I know. Yeah. There's so much more. There's so much more. There's so much more.
Within the next 5 years, Tootie, you have Battle of the Boroughs to where you're gonna have every artist that's on the come up coming to you for your show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'ma
Because
be
look what
honest.
you creating.
My main goal with Battle of the Boroughs is for every artist featured on the show, they blow up instantly. Like that's really what I'm reaching for Battle of the Boroughs. Like
It's
once
not
they
like
hit
that.
my show, they're lit already.
Platform.
Like they lit just
Yeah.
right after viral. Right after, just go viral.
Talk to me, man. But
yeah.
this is definitely a dope interview.
Yeah.
I want to get into your other single.
Yeah.
Exorcist Flow.
Oh yeah. Produced
That's-
by Fresh Beats.
I like that one because you shocked me. He jumped on a drill track.
beat.
Okay.
Freestyled it at
And-
that. It was a freestyle. It was
Off the
top.
top, word.
I kid you not.
That's
Cause he
That's
reads so many books,
Yeah,
man. I'm telling y'all,
freestyle.
kids get in tune, read some books.
Yeah, it was a real freestyle. Fresh played it. He was actually gonna do a challenge with that beat, and I was leaving out the studio, and he was like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "No, bro, I'm tired. I gotta go back to Long Island." He's like, "Bro, let's just hear this right quick." And his brother was like, "Yo, H, listen to it." I'm like, "All right." He played it, and I said, "Oh man, Exorcist Flow," because I'm thinking like when you Exorcist is pretty much when you're taking whatever evil entity it is that's trying to take over a person, you trying to pull it out. That's what
Right.
Exorcist is. So essentially what I was saying is, you know what, this flow, what I'm doing right here on this drill beat is gonna remove all the nonsense. You know what I'm
From
saying?
it,
All
right.
the-
And that's why I love it.
That's what it
You
was.
listen to
You know
it.
what I mean?
Right.
And you still gave that dark
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Letting people know that it wasn't dark. So I think that was really
I was just
dope.
talking though. It's
But we're gonna ride out to HD Exorcist Flow. My brother, thank you for coming.
Thank
through.
you.
We appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having
Great
me. Thank you for
episode.
having me. Great opportunity.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
y'all ain't got nothing to say. I
Oh,
just
no.
like, thank you, brother. or
Nah, I
something.
thought we were about to
Wow,
show they
thank
say
you,
something
yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
Well, let's ride out, yo. Let's get an Exorcist Flow.
Hey, Daddy. No, I feel right. This is the Exorcist flow. No, I feel right. Feel so right. This is the Exorcist flow. Exorcist flow, huh? Yeah. Nigga, I'm upside down, Emily Rose on this crisscross. Crosses I wear, my nigga. Peep all of my forces. On my feet is discreet. As I move through the streets, they gon' have to watch me now, and they can't stop me now. I may just go cop the licks just to show you that I'm that much great. Niggas can't take my fate, nah, they'll never take my place. Fuck, sit on the bench and watch. Sit on the bench and clock. Sit on the bench and ooh, nigga, how I pull my Glock. Nigga, this is Goldie. Who gon' be before me? Never that. Nigga, I'm giving you raps. You never had this gift. I move too swift, and I'm tailored on my suits. All my bitches cute. Look how my bitches move. Excuse my language. Fuck, this is new speech. Hold on. Nigga, I don't act, but we could make a movie. Fuck, and I still fuck with the groupies. And I love them. Y'all niggas come by that doesn't my team, my style. They gon' have to take, but they can't duplicate. Fuck, nigga, I've been putting this plate on my plate. Nigga, you ain't straight. Like that, I got it. I told y'all niggas I'm a prophet. I take you niggas to school. I take you niggas to the doctors. Watch us. They gon' have to watch us clock us. I've been in a Knickerbocker. On my train, I search the hood. Nigga, this shit's gon' gain better than what I search. Niggas ain't fucking with me. This is how I search my way. You gon' have to brush. Niggas have to hush. Hold on, I don't even wanna rap discuss. We ain't got to. Nigga, this impromptu. Got one flow, nigga, and I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the shit. 4, 5, 6 on the bricks. Pop said, go get him, I spit him. Cobra's all in my venom. Nigga, this is a new language, hold on. This is the Exorcist flow. Fresh, let the shit go. It's a green light on him. And I got the fiends right on him. And I seen fiends in my hood. But I know this right on him. It's like that though. And I ain't getting off of it. And I might make them get nauseous. And they gon' love my bosses that I'm surrounded by billionaires, nigga, the mentality is different. The growth is right, you couldn't even touch it, my nigga, hold y'all good night. Fuck, I'ma flip the switch, still got it, niggas flip the script, nigga, they gon' follow. Hold on, these niggas is hollow. And I know, let's play, alright, let's go, nigga. I feel right. This is the Exorcist flow. No, I feel right. This is the Exorcist flow. No, I feel right. This is the Exorcist flow. Yeah.
Best rap.
Oh man, that's that Exorcist flow. You heard me? Stop playing with my boy HD. All right.
Definitely a dope song. Definitely. Are you going to shoot a video for that?
We did. Exorcist flow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
You got it's out?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh, I got.
Yeah,
you got me.
So we had the girl on a table, and you know,
That's right. I'm
Shower in did that. Shower in. Shout out to Shower in.
That was fire. Yeah, that's right. I'm violent.
We literally winged that video like crazy. We just got in the studio. It was like, all right, let's improvise. Let's use the pool table. Let's put the sheets over it. Let's
that was some good improvising.
Let's use the red lights. Let's do this. It was on the fly. I mean, it turned out really well.
It came out good.
Yeah, great video. But the next visual we're looking at right now is definitely Drug for the Night. That's gonna be a real powerful record for sure. So that's the next move we're gonna make here. Actually, yeah. Definitely. I heard it. Yeah, let the people know your gram where they can follow at, find you, all of that. Yes, Instagram HDX24_ for all the other social media platforms, and you know HD on Apple Music, Spotify. Make sure you put the hyphen in there though. I know people just put HD, but yeah, definitely on all those platforms. And like I said, you know, the next visual you guys should be expecting is Drug for the Night. And make sure you go get the EP, The Gallery Fantastic. I dropped that in February. Definitely an important piece of work. You know, shout out to Tweak Tune, you know, Fresh Beats, So Special, who was on that project, who contributed to that music. But yeah, definitely this year we're gonna push more visuals for sure. And as far as, you know, the business aspect of things, we have a lot of label situations going on right now. But it has to be you know, it has to have a strategy and it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotta
shout out to
make
everybody
sense.
who reached out from those higher up, you know, those presidents and things like that for sure.
Work the meeting, bro. Work the meeting.
Yeah. You have to. You have to. Yeah.
Facts.
You
Facts.
definitely have to. But it got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It has to make
Exactly.
all the way
And the
sense.
labels will throw you whatever you know what I mean? You got to keep, it's chess. It's chess.
Exactly.
It take time.
Exactly.
A lot of
Exactly.
people don't realize that it take time. You
Yeah.
a lot of people
No.
run with that first deal and sign
Yeah.
away a whole lot
Yeah.
of stuff they didn't know
Yeah.
until a year later.
And they're like, why I'm not getting paid from the NBA 2K? Why I'm not getting those royalties right there? Well, well, you know, on your masters.
Give
so-
out some
Right.
quick shout outs real quick.
Yeah.
I want to shout out first off you for coming out here.
Thank you,
know
brother.
what I mean, your
Appreciate
busy
it.
schedule. Definitely want to shout out my man Flex.
Yeah.
I mean Fluff Jones.
Fluff Jones in the building.
Got to shout him out. He's gonna be next up on our interview. You're gonna learn a lot more about him. We on tour. We on tour. That's coming real soon on our next episode. Any more shout outs you want to give up, Tootie?
Yo, I want to shout out everybody who shout me out.
definitely got to shout out my man Mav over there in the corner. Definitely got to shout him out, holding it down week by week. We on the come up. It's on the come up. HD.
Yes, love is love. Peace.
IG.
Oh, Flex Rondo. You can follow me at Flex Rondo.
Tootie, the CEO and Battles of the Boroughs.
You already know the vibes. Chris Robinson 20. We up out of here. Holla at us, man.
Yes, indeed.